Hello, friends. Today we are diving into the art of reading minds. Right now, without saying a word, you are broadcasting your deepest thoughts, your secrets, your fears, your desires. And for the past 10 seconds, you've been telling me everything I need to know. The person you love, your boss, the stranger at the coffee shop, they are doing the same thing. This isn't magic, it's a science. I'm going to teach you the language they never speak. I used to believe I was bad with people. I'd walk into a room and feel completely lost. I'd have conversations that felt like two radios tuned to different stations. Lots of noise, no real connection. I'd miss cues, say the wrong thing, and leave feeling misunderstood and alone. I thought some people were just born people persons, and I wasn't one of them. Then I discovered the work of Henrik Fexeus. He's not a psychic. He's a Swedish expert in mentalism and communication psychology. And his book, The Art of Reading Minds, revealed a profound truth. Mind reading isn't about seeing playing cards or guessing numbers. Real mind reading is the art of understanding intention. It's about learning to see the silent symphony of signals that everyone is constantly performing. The flicker of a pupil, the tension in a shoulder, the micro-story told by a sigh. This is the unspoken dialogue that determines who gets the job, who falls in love, who closes the deal, who builds trust. Today, we're going on a journey into human connection. We'll break this down into 5 master lessons. This isn't about manipulation. This is about clarity. It's about replacing confusion with understanding and anxiety with empathy. It's about finally hearing what the world has been trying to tell you. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Foundation. It's not about words. Our first and most important lesson. Only 7% of communication is the words we say. The classic Morabian study taught us this. 38% is tone of voice, and a staggering 55% is body language. We are physical creatures first. Our bodies react to thought and emotion instantly. Our words, they come later, often filtered and edited. So, to read minds, you must first stop listening. Stop listening to the words and start observing the physical truth. Practical Lesson 1. The Baseline. You cannot understand what is unusual until you know what is normal. Everyone has a unique baseline. How do they sit when relaxed? How do they gesture when excited? What's their normal blink rate? Your first task in any interaction is to quietly observe and establish this baseline. For example, imagine you're a manager. You have an employee, Sarah. In your one-on-ones, Sarah is always slightly fidgety, talks fast, and rarely makes full eye contact. That's her baseline. If one day she comes in completely still, making deep eye contact and speaking slowly, that's a massive deviation. Something is profoundly different. The words might be, "Everything's fine," but her body is screaming a different story. Without knowing her baseline, you'd miss it. Practical Lesson 2. The Power of Congruence. Truth is congruent. Lie, stress, or internal conflict creates incongruence. When the words, the tone, and the body are in harmony, you are seeing truth. When they are out of sync, you are seeing a hidden reality. Let's understand the real-life story. I once negotiated a contract with a man who was all smiles. He kept saying, "This is great, I'm so excited to work together." But his voice was flat, monotone, and every time he said it, his right hand would subtly clench into a fist on the table for just a second, then release. The words, excited. The voice, neutral. The body, tense, closed. There was no congruence. My mind, now trained to look for this, read the signal. He is unhappy with this term. He feels forced. Instead of pushing the celebration, I paused and said, part of me is wondering if there's a particular clause here that doesn't feel 100% right to you. He was stunned. He admitted he had a major reservation he was afraid to voice. We fixed it on the spot. Trust soared because I had read his mind and addressed his real concern. Chapter 2. The Face. The Leakage of Micro-Expressions. The face is the most complex canvas of human emotion. We've learned to control it, to smile when we're sad, to look neutral when we're angry. But evolution is faster than our social manners. True, unfiltered emotions flash across our faces in micro-expressions, bursts of truth that last less than half a second. You are already subconsciously detecting these. We're going to bring that skill into your conscious mind. Practical Lesson 3. The 3 Universal Tells. We'll focus on 3 key areas that leak information constantly. 1. The eyes for windows to neurological load. When someone is thinking hard, lying, or stressed, their blink rate often increases dramatically. It's a system reset. Also, watch for gaze direction. In our culture, when a right-handed person looks up and to their left, they are often accessing a memory, like recalling a color or a sound. When they look up and to their right, they may be constructing an image, which can indicate fabrication. This isn't foolproof, but as a deviation from baseline, it's a powerful clue. 2. The mouth is the smile that doesn't reach. A genuine smile of joy, a Duchenne smile, engages the eyes. Crow's feet appear, the cheeks rise, the skin around the eyes crinkles. A social, polite smile only involves the mouth. The mouth is a tight horizontal line. The eyes are uninvolved, cold. See a mouth smile with dead eyes? You are seeing politeness, not happiness. You are seeing a mask. 3. The skin, the blush and blanch. We cannot control our blood flow. Embarrassment, attraction, or anger can cause flushing. Fear or shock can cause us to go pale. Watch the neck and cheeks. It's an immediate, honest signal. For example, let's use a classic American scene, a first date at a diner. He's talking about his job. He says, "My boss and I are really close. We totally see eye to eye." But as he says really close, his eyes dart away to the right for a split second, and he gives a quick mouth-only smile that vanishes instantly. His body is telling you, this is a sensitive topic. There is tension there. I am presenting a positive front. A skilled mind reader wouldn't accuse him of lying. Instead, they might later ask with warmth, "So, tell me about the culture at your work. Is your boss a good mentor?" This gives him permission to tell a more nuanced story, creating deeper connection. Chapter 3. The Body, the Architecture of Intention. The body is the unconscious mind in physical form. It shows our intentions before we even know them ourselves. Practical Lesson 4. The feet and torso point where the heart wants to go. This is the golden rule. In any interaction, especially in a group, watch a person's feet and the orientation of their torso. If their feet and shoulders are pointed at you, you have their full attention. If their feet are pointed toward the door, their mind is already on the exit, no matter how much they're smiling at you. If you're talking to 2 people and one turns their torso to include you, you've been welcomed in. If they keep their huddle closed, you are an outsider. Practical Lesson 5. Mirroring, the dance of rapport. Rapport isn't something you say, it's something you do. And the strongest sign of rapport is unconscious mirroring. When 2 people are in sync, they subtly match each other's posture, gestures, even breathing rhythm. You can consciously, gently lead this dance to build connection. How to use it. Wait for the other person to make a gesture or shift posture. After a comfortable pause, you make a similar but not identical movement. If they have their hand on their cheek, you might gently rest your chin in your hand. If they lean back, you lean back a moment later. Do this subtly. If you're in sync, you'll often find them starting to mirror you back. This creates a powerful subconscious feeling of, this person is like me, I am understood. Let's understand. Real-life story. I was once brought into a company where a brilliant team was in constant conflict. In a meeting, I just watched. The marketing lead, David, would talk, and the operations lead, Lisa, would immediately cross her arms and legs tightly. When Lisa spoke, David would turn his chair slightly away. Their words were about strategy, but their bodies were in a cold war. They were shouting rejection at each other on a primal level. I didn't start with their ideas, I started with their physiology. In a break, I spoke to each separately, then brought them together for a simple exercise. For the next 5 minutes, I don't want you to agree, I just want you to try to physically get on the same page. David, if Lisa crosses her legs, try uncrossing yours and maybe leaning slightly forward. Lisa, if David gestures openly, try softening your own posture. It felt awkward, silly to them, but within minutes, the emotional temperature of the room dropped. They started actually hearing each other. The body led the mind to peace. So we can see truth and we can build rapport. But how do we go beyond observation? How do we actually influence the unspoken dialogue? That's where your most powerful tool comes in. Chapter 4. That is the voice, the instrument of emotional transmission. Your voice is not just for words, it's a carrier wave for emotion. To read minds, you must become a master of listening to this frequency. And to connect deeply, you must learn to calibrate your own. Practical Lesson 6. Pace and pitch matching. We connect with people who sound like us. If someone speaks slowly and softly, and you barrel in with loud, fast excitement, you create dissonance. They feel rushed, overwhelmed. Instead, match their general energy and pace. Slow yours down. Soften your tone. You are literally speaking their language. This is one of the most direct ways to make someone feel safe and heard. Practical Lesson 7. The magic of the pause. Silence is the canvas on which meaning is painted. In America, we fear silence. We rush to fill it. But the pause is where thinking happens. It's where emotion settles. After you ask a powerful question, shut up. Hold the silence. Let it breathe. The person will often feel compelled to fill it, and in doing so, they will reveal far more than they intended. Your willingness to hold a comfortable silence signals profound confidence and gives them the gift of space to think. For example, you ask your teenage son, "How are you really feeling about the move to the new city?" He says, "Fine." Instead of pushing, you just nod, maintain warm eye contact, and stay silent. Say nothing. The first 3 seconds are easy. The next 5 are uncomfortable. By 10 seconds, the pressure inside him builds. He will almost always break the silence with the truth. "I'm scared I won't make friends," or "I'm actually really mad we left." You accessed his true mind not by probing, but by creating a silent, safe container for it to emerge. Chapter 5. The Synthesis. Becoming a Mind Reader. Let's bring it all together. Mind reading is a loop. Step 1. Observe. Enter every situation as an anthropologist. Mute the words. Find the baseline. Watch for congruence and incongruence. Step 2. Interpret. Use the map, the eyes, the face, the body, the voice. Ask yourself, what is the intention behind this signal? Is it toward me or away? Is it open or closed? Step 3. Test and connect. Gently mirror to build rapport. Use calibrated speech and powerful silence. Ask a question based on your observation and see how the pattern changes. I noticed you got quiet when we mentioned the deadline. It seems like this might be a point of concern for you. This is not a parlor trick. It is a practice of profound humanity. When you start doing this, something beautiful happens. You become more present. Your own social anxiety fades because you're no longer trapped in your own head, wondering what do they think of me. You are engaged in the generous act of understanding them. You will prevent conflicts. You will sense opportunities. You will make people feel seen in a way they rarely are. You will build trust at a speed that will astound you. The art of reading minds is, in the end, the art of caring enough to pay attention. It is choosing to see the human being in front of you in all their glorious, unspoken complexity. This is a skill that will transform your relationships, your career, and your understanding of yourself. It is a journey, not a destination. If you want to go deeper, I have created a free downloadable guide summarizing these 5 chapters with exercises. The link is in the description below. And if this conversation opened a new door for you, if you felt that spark of, I can understand more than I thought, then do me one favor. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell, because here we don't just talk about ideas, we decode the hidden language of life. We turn confusion into connection. Every week we go deeper into the science of human potential. The world is constantly speaking to you in the flicker of an eye, the angle of a shoulder, the pause between heartbeats. It's time to start listening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.